Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our main event of the evening. 5 rounds of action for the vacant Bellator Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. And the world is watching! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed officially at 204.6 pounds and holds a professional MMA record of 12 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, Karl Mur! His opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a wrestling specialist and stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. He weighed officially at 204.6 pounds and has built a record of 17 victories, 6 defeats, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Robertsville, New Jersey, by way of Rockton, Illinois, Kori Andерсон! The referee in charge, Blake Grice.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to you both.
The fans in Belfast voicing their opinion.
What an
Main
atmosphere.
event on deck. Karl Mur in the white trunks, Kori Andерson in the black. A vacant light heavyweight title fight begins now. Southpaw stance for Karl Mur. Andерson starts working the jab early.
Busy early, Kori Andерson. You can see Karl Mur just trying to maintain that space between them, see if he can set up that straight left. They'll be expecting a level change here.
Andерson walking more around the outside of this cage.
He's got to be very cautious here because he's either got to defend a takedown or defend a punch. And when you get trapped against the fence, it takes away your escape routes.
Disciplined approach here from Andерson. He landed a couple of right hands, didn't overreach. Little slip on the monster logo. Left hand just misses for Karl Mur. Andерson tries the right hand to the body.
Oh, that was a beautiful left hook. I like how Karl Mur's changing the level of his strikes to anticipate Kori Andерson coming into the pocket slightly lower down.
Yeah, I think Karl just needs to weather this first round. Kori said he was going to come out and put the pressure on. Karl needs to get into it and breathe and not get...
Oh! Another left hand landed. Compromised the balance there for Kori Andерson. Oh! Kick! Mur starting to build some momentum here. Another one, this one caught by Andерson, who now switches to a single leg.
Mur's got 3 minutes here if he can get 3. He needs to maintain control of his composure, not get too excited. Keep picking those shots, maybe go to the body now, mix it up.
Andерson appears to have recovered, at least from the kick. Right hand and then a takedown here for Kori Andерson.
Tight on that overhook. Expect Karl Mur to try and get his right knee underneath him, but Kori Andеrson's done a great job of flattening him out.
2 minutes left in round number 1. Kori Anderson working on top in the half guard. He's got the far side underhook, using the cage to control Karl Mur.
Good short-range punches here from Kori Anderson. He's now starting to try and pin an arm down here.
Karl needs to try and get that left underhook and try and wrestle up this single.
So here's the underhook. We can see the underhook poking out here. If he can build up onto his side and get that underhook deeper, that's going to help him get back to his feet.
Not going to be able to do it with that. His own bottom leg is elevated on the leg of Kori Anderson, who's laced his right leg through.
Here's the underhook. He has to build up to a knee, though, to make that underhook useful. He's going to struggle to sweep half guard here.
I think it's important to note in positions like this, Kori Anderson, 8 knockout victories, TKO victories in his career. 8 of those, I believe, have come via ground and pound. This is how he gets it done. Karl Mur is going to have to find a way to get back to his feet or get on top.
Karl Mur now flat on his back. He looks like he's just decided to try and hold on to Kori Anderson here. Seconds left of a 5-round fight. Might not be worth the energy expenditure to try and wrestle up. Butterfly hook goes in.
Final 10 of round number 1. Right hand from the top for Kori Anderson. Finishes with some punches to the body, and back to the corners they go. 2 light heavyweight title fight to claim a vacant 205-pound strap. Kori Anderson in the black trunks, Karl Mur, the Belfast native, in the white. Big John McCarthy, Kori Anderson worked through some adversity in round number 1, but did he win the round?
He absolutely worked through that adversity. That head kick actually stunned him, but all of the work that he did by taking Karl Mur down and all the strikes that he landed, he took that round. I'd give it to Kori Anderson 10-9.
Anderson looking to take Mur down again. Same approach, came in behind the right hand this time. Mur initially defends that takedown, eventually surrenders. Oh, trying to explode up. What strength by Karl Mur. Back to his feet. Anderson hanging heavy on the head. Head switches to this high single, and again, just chain wrestling. Morneau making Anderson put in the work.
Karl did a good job of staying on his feet.
Oh, that guillotine looks like it tightened up on that turn. Good work by Kori Anderson to pop his head out.
More significantly, I think, Dan, is the fact that Kori Anderson just expended a huge amount of energy and did not end up on the ground on top.
That's a very, very good point. A confidence booster for Karl Mur for sure. 90 seconds gone in this second round. Karl Mur with the wrist control here.
Karl mentioned his dad, Kevin Mur, has just went through his last cancer treatment 2 weeks ago, so I know he's got extra motivation tonight.
If you want to stay there, we got to work. Let's go.
Here we go again with the wrist control. Doing a good job just jamming that right arm of Kori Anderson. Controlling the wrist, not allowing him to level change, not allowing him to strike with it. I think with some fast feet, Karl Mur could get himself off the fence here. He's going to need to move towards the referee, Sosha.
He grabs your wrist, you can go right elbow. Roll it right over top. Yes, roll it right over top. Lock the hands. Work to lock those hands. Yes. Finger on. Need to choose bounce a little bit, get the
Again, if you want to stay there, I need you to
use your
work.
step. Use your left leg. Wedge the left
That's
knee,
a look
wedge the
inside
left
the
knee,
red
left
corner of Kori Anderson, Ricardo Almeida, Frankie Edgar, Nick Catone, an all-star cast, so to speak. Anderson working hard to try and get this takedown. Moore conceding nothing.
That really is a powerhouse corner team to have behind you. Mark Henry in there as well, trainer of champions. Smothering game here from Kori Anderson. The danger is that Carl Moore is going to get drained in this position, just defending, and then when he does find space to strike, he's not going to have the energy to do it.
Again, the last time, if you want to stay there, advance the fight.
Yeah, he's carrying Corey's weight, and Corey's a big guy. Carl's going to have to try and get into the center of the cage.
Doing a really good job of making Corey work hard in these positions. I think the referee's going to separate them. Here we go.
Back to the center of this Bellator cage. With a minute left in round two. Carl Moore trying to work the left hand. That time it was Kori Anderson with a right. And the left from Kori Anderson. More striking success in round two here.
He needs to get off the fence here.
Head outside single.
Back on the wrist control. Kori Anderson in on that single leg, trying to high crotch. Good balance, good takedown offense here from Carl Moore. Wrist control still causing Kori a lot of problems here in front of us in the commentary booth. Carl standing very tall though here. He needs to be cautious he doesn't get dragged along the fence. There it is. Little clock turn there is going to destabilize his base.
Final 10 seconds of round number two. Two of a possible five in the books here in Belfast.
Breaking it all up. Don't make me do that. Fair? Back all the way up for me.
Referee calling for more action against the cage.
Here we go. Ready? Ready? Fight.
I like that. That was a good call by the referee. Just pull him in. Like, don't make me break you up. Keep the fight moving.
Moore once again in his southpaw stance. Kori Anderson orthodox.
Carl Moore surprisingly very fresh in the corner. Oh!
There's that high kick again. This time caught by Kori Anderson. He drives Moore all the way down to the half guard.
Can he instigate a scramble here? Can he dig that left arm? Get that underhook when there's space.
Corey does a good job of keeping the right hip tight so Carl can't get that left leg in.
So now he's recovered guardly, and this is where his grappling comes into play. Arm bars, triangles.
Yeah, Carl can pull off submissions off his back if he can try and tie up the arms. He's going to shoot for an arm bar here.
It's a good strike from top position by Kori Anderson there. Forearm across the throat as well. Very claustrophobic. And now Carl's got to use the fence to get up here. I know he's got his guard closed and he's got an overhook. He may potentially feel like he can threaten, but the space is very, very tight up against the fence here. If he does attack and space is created, I would rather see him use it to scramble back to his feet.
Yeah, the cage is going to make it more difficult for him to get his hips under for an arm bar or a triangle.
It's easier. You can see Kori Anderson tracking his hips very well here. Corey's going to try and wedge him in here, so he's constantly keeping his hips. Nice work!
There's the arm bar! Moore wrenching on the arm of Kori Anderson, who flips himself up and over, gets out of that one. What a moment in this fight for Carl Moore. And now Kori Anderson back to work on top.
Scary moment there for Kori Anderson. He was fortunate, actually, they were against the fence because that allowed him to scramble and get back to top position. Great to see Carl Moore be able to work from his back, though.
Yeah, Carl is dangerous from anywhere.
Round 3 halfway gone here in Belfast.
Stop. Listen to me. You should hear your butt. You are. Listen to me.
That's a good call by the referee.
Big John McCarthy, what is Blake Rice telling Kori Anderson here?
You're allowed to use your head to actually, use position, but you can't use it as a striking device, and Kori's getting very close to it. So Blake is right now trying to take that ability from him away and not make it to where he has to call a foul. Smart move by Blake Rice.
Yeah, really good referee in there. I saw that a couple of times in the first round where Kori, he kind of drops his whole body and the head does land. And of course, we've been fortunate so far there hasn't been a clash of heads, but certainly make him aware of that going forward. We've got a lot time left in this fight, and we don't want any fouls like that.
Karl Mur working his way back up here. Anderson staying heavy on the pressure, but Mur is back to his feet. Will he be able to work off of the cage?
Well, again, with the wrist control for Cole, John Kavanagh in the corner asked him to try and slide off the fence, peel his head a little bit, see if you can try some of the other things that we use in this position. Kori Anderson's going to constantly be working for this position. This is the safest place for him here. Position here from Kori Anderson. Karl Mur needs to use his feet. He needs to get his legs moving. Strong head position here from Kori. He's also got a very tight waist control with his underhook as well.
There's a separation. Or immediately gets to work behind the punches. And he lands. Another left hand sneaks through.
These are great shots by Karl Mur.
And Mur reaches for the low single. Anderson hanging heavy on the head. One last takedown attempt here. And we head to the championship rounds. Round 4 set to begin. Kori Anderson, Karl Mur, winner of this, will wear Bellator light heavyweight gold.
Championship rounds in Belfast. And Karl Mur looks like he's in incredible condition. Wasn't breathing heavy between rounds. Still looks like he's fresh, he's got his wits about him. He's twitchy, he's picking his shots. Beautiful left hand again.
Given the grinding nature of this fight, I'm impressed with the gas tank on both individuals at this point. I mean, it's not easy to move 200 and probably 20 pounds on fight day around for this long and still be bouncing. Big John, we saw, the grinding pressure from Kori Anderson and then those flash moments from Karl Mur at the end and, of course, in the armbar. But that was Anderson's round.
Yeah, I have it as Kori Anderson's round, even though it's darn close when you get into those submission factors. It just wasn't all long enough, and it just didn't have enough to say that was the submission that was going to stop the fight. So, yeah, I have it with Kori Anderson winning that 10-9. But Karl Mur has done an amazing job for using all the energy as he is in incredible shape, because we all know Kori Anderson can go forever.
Anderson back on top after another takedown here. Familiar position. This time he's in front of his own corner. The opposite was true in the last round. He had Karl Mur in front of John Kavanagh and Will Fleury. We'll see if the Anderson corner can coach him to a finish.
Karl's doing the right thing. He's trying to work for that underhook and create space, but Kori's doing such a good job again of dropping that right hip and making sure there's no space for the leg to get in.
Posture up! Nice! Keep your right right hand on the floor to give you balance. Straight to 91. Scrape it on him. Yes! Right hand down so you can pass. Stop hugging his hip. Circle right so you can keep him flat. Yes!
Corner asking for Kori Anderson to give himself some more space, create more power on the ground and pound. Easier said than done when any time he gives Karl Mur an inch, Mur starts to advance position with this underhook. Oh! What an explosion. Great work by Karl Mur.
Beautiful work with the butterfly hook. Really top-level jiu-jitsu. It's so difficult against an oppressive wrestler like Kori Anderson to be able to elevate him in any way like that.
Yeah, totally. It shows Karl. He's got beautiful jiu-jitsu, but this is where he's going to have success.
Charging forward is Karl Mur trying to make something happen here and not give Kori Anderson any sort of rest.
He keeps finding a home for that straight left, though.
And now he's got Anderson reaching down for that leg. There's the jab from Kori Anderson. He's going to have to set it up against Karl Mur. Again behind the strikes and down on the hips. And Anderson one more time wrestles Karl Mur to the mat.
Good side control position now for Kori Anderson. He's past the legs. There's less danger from submissions, but it is easier to scramble from this position. 90 seconds left. Expect Karl Mur to dig that underhook. That right arm is going to dig into that armpit. That will allow him to scramble.
Karl Mur is talking to Kori Anderson. I don't know what he's saying, but it's full conversation happening.
Good shoulder pressure here from Kori as well. And what a scramble again.
Anderson trying to grab this cradle. Stays heavy on the head. Back to a leg. Head outside single. He'll spin it around. Trying to run this pipe. Karl Mur doesn't give it up.
Last 30 seconds. Will Fleury in the corner of Karl Mur, telling him to move, telling him he's got to do something, he's got to go.
10 more seconds in this fourth round. Kori Anderson imposing his will on Karl Mur with the wrestling pressure. To the fifth and final round we go. Karl Mur wants to hear from the Belfast crowd. They oblige happily.
Here we go. You ready? You ready? Fight!
Pressure's on, last 5 minutes. See Karl, he's trying to pop him with the cross and then come back with the right hook. Trying to catch Kori on the swing. As Kori's slipping. Oh, that was nice again.
This is what Karl needs to do. He needs to try and keep his back off the cage.
Oh, nasty right hand from Anderson, though.
He's rocked.
Had Karl on the back foot. And now, once again, takes down Karl Mur. Open to cut, I think, with that right hand as well.
Kori's got some, Cole's got some space here to start isolating and attacking Kori's arms. You can see he's got the overhook. He's got to get his hips out to the side, though, like he's trying to now. Butterfly hook goes in for Karl Mur. You can see that butterfly poking through the legs. Can he use it to sweep again like he did in the last round?
Pass your right. Go.
Great work by Karl.
Mur just elevates his back on the cage and stands up. Kori Anderson staying heavy with this pressure. It's been a winning recipe for him so far in this fight. Big John, does Karl Mur need a finish here in round number 5?
There's no doubt in my mind. Karl Mur needs to give it everything he has. He has to get a finish. Even a 10-8 round is not going to do it. So right now, Karl Mur is showing, man, I'm here to fight. I want that championship, but I do believe he needs a finish.
Anderson staying disciplined with his defense, rewarding himself with a couple of right hands landing as Mur has to get a little bit more desperate with the striking. Still very dangerous because of that right there. It's landed several times in this fight. The high kick. Driving through with another takedown, Kori Anderson. Half a round left to work for Karl Mur if he wants to taste a championship moment after this fight is over.
Great shoulder pressure here from Kori Anderson. Look how he's turning the face of Karl Mur. Can he use this half guard? Can he create a scramble in these last 2 minutes? Give himself one more opportunity, perhaps. Getting very close with these head strikes again.
Punishing him by losing a position, not going to take a point.
At all, do you understand me? At all, I don't care if it's to the shoulder or anywhere.
Big John McCarthy, is this being adjudicated correctly?
Well, what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to, without taking points, he's taking him out of the position because he feels that Kori Anderson is using his head in a way that is being a striking instrument. So right now, he's actually trying to punish Kori without taking points.
Thank you, Big John. Karl Mur with a little bit of a flurry here. Mur recognizing the situation he's in.
Got to stay off the fence. He's got it. There he is again. Just over a minute to go. Can he get space? Kori Anderson might be seeing the finish line in sight here.
An illustrious career for Kori Anderson. He won season 19 of The Ultimate Fighter. He had a successful run in the UFC before coming to Bellator. He's beat some of the best. Came up just short in a previous championship bid against Nemkov. First was the head clash, the no contest. And then the Nemkov victory. And now 30 seconds away, if he can survive here. The final onslaught from Karl Mur in front of the home crowd. Oh. Anderson will wrestle his way out of it. A valiant effort from Karl Mur, but the wrestling of Kori Anderson, the former Division III All-American, is just too much for the Irishman in Belfast.
What a fantastic battle this has been over 25 minutes. Wow.
Kori Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges score this bout 49, 46, 49, 46, and 50, 45. All for your winner. And new Bellator light heavyweight champion of the world, Kori Андерсон.
Kori Anderson, light heavyweight champion. After Vadim Nemkov abdicates the throne, one of these two men had to ascend tonight, and the grinding wrestling performance of Kori Anderson gets the job done. As Pete Murray, CEO of Professional Fighters League, Bellator Champion Series, wraps the belt around Kori Anderson's waist. What a moment for a man who's been chasing this for a long time. Kori Anderson is with Dan Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, the new light heavyweight champion of the world. Just let that sink in for a moment, my friend. I know this has been a long journey to get some gold around your waist like this. What's the first feeling coming out of that victory?
I mean, first feeling getting the belt was, yes, sir, we finally did it. Mama, we made it. We didn't quit. We got here. Frankie Edgar, Nick Catone, Ricardo Omega, Mark Henry. Been with you guys since tough 19, and you guys believed in me before I believed in myself. But in the second feeling, like, I'm glad I got it. I want to put on a better performance. But I thank the Lord for letting me get here and get this belt, achieve my goal, and the team and my family, my wife, my parents, my best friend, Frankie Perez, that made it out here just to work out with me in the back. It's a true blessing, and I'm eternally grateful for everybody.
So you're now the guy with the target on his back. Does that change things for you? Does that change the way that you prepare now? Now you're the defending champion, everyone's coming for you.
No, now we work even harder because everybody working for me. Before it was everybody's working for one guy, and I was one of those everybody's looking to get to the champ. Fight Vadim Mivkov, Ryan Bader, whoever had the belt, whatever division I was fighting. But now I'm that guy. So I mean, we got to turn it up. I already trained harder than ever, like 4 or 5 training sessions, leave the house at dark, come home at dark, go to sleep, wake up at dark and do it again. But I'm just not satisfied, you know? We got it, but overtime is not satisfied. We got more work to do and more names to beat.
Congratulations, my friend. That was a spectacular performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Kori Anderson. Let's have a word with for Karl Mur, ladies and gentlemen, your own. Karl, first of all, how do you have such incredible conditioning for a light heavyweight to go through that arduous battle for 25 minutes? You've still got a smile on your face. Tell me how you're feeling.
Hard work, Dan. This is, like I said, this is 13 years of hard work. I've busted my balls every day in the gym. I knew this was coming, and I knew he was going to have a great gas tank, and I think I had a better gas tank, but I just couldn't stop his wrestling. Fair play to him. He fought the perfect fight to beat me, and well done. It's disgusting, but I'm glad Kori got the belt. Couldn't help the nature guy. He deserves it.
And now he's got the belt, the target's on his back, so you can chase him a little bit longer, right?
Oh, I'm coming back. He knows that. That's what I says to him. I'm coming back. That's my first crack at the belt. That was his third crack. So after that performance, I didn't win, but I think that shows I'm here to stay. I belong in the top echelon of the best heavyweights in the world, and I think it showed that.
I agree, my friend. Congratulations. That was a hell of a performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Karl Mur.